Hi guys, recently indigenously developed Tejas aircraft has crashed and it has become news. The reason is that for the first time Tejas has crashed. So we will discuss about some important facts about Tejas, uh, the manufacture of the Tejas, the agency involved in the development of Tejas and many more. If we talk about LCA Tejas, it is an indigenously developed aircraft. It is lightest, smallest aircraft in its category. And the important thing is that it is developed in India, so it becomes very much important. Now we are going to talk about this crashing of Tejas. It crashed in Jaisalmer, and the reason, one more important thing was happening at that point of time, that there was a mega war game, that is Bharat Shakti was also conducted there. So we will also integrate this topic with it. The important thing is that if you talk about Tejas, it was conceived in 1948, and an important agency, Aeronautical Development Agency, was created to manage the LCA project, and the Aeronautical Development Agency was under the supervision of the DRDO. So generally, we can say that DRDO was supervising this project here. Later, the Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee named this aircraft as Tejas, and its meaning is radiance in Sanskrit. At that point of time, the objective was to develop this aircraft. The main objective to develop this aircraft was to replace the aging MiG-21. MiG-21 has been very much controversial in India. It has a Russian, yeah, USSR origin, and it is still being used by Indian Air Force. It is, you can say that, completely not obsolete, but it shouldn't be used by Indian Air Force, because hardly we get spare part of this aircraft, and sometime we also purchase some older MiG-21 to maintain our own MiG-21. This aircraft is also called as flying coffins. The reason is that it frequently face crashing, and this is the reason that many pilots get martyred or killed during the flight. So MiG-21 has been very much dangerous for the Indian Air Force in terms of maintenance, in terms of operations, and in terms of loss of life due to the crash. So many government were trying to replace this MiG-21, but still it is being used, and few more years it will be used, because if you talk about Tejas, it is not it can't replace at once. It is going to take the time. If you talk about this salient feature of the Tejas, it is the smallest, lightest, tailless multi-role in its class. It is very smallest and lightest aircraft in its class, so it has advantage in compared with the other aircraft in its category. It has 4.5 generation aircraft, air to air combat, air to ground combat, precision guided munitions. So this aircraft can carry out air to air combat, air to ground combat. It can also it can also use precision guided munition. So these are some important feature of this aircraft. One more thing is that air refueling. Most modern aircraft has a air refueling. It means that it can refuel itself in the air. It doesn't require to land to get fuel. So air refueling is also very much important. This aircraft being manufactured by the HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. If we talk about HAL, it is a public sector aerospace and defense agency. and it was established in 1940s, headquartered in Bangalore. So we know that it has monopoly as far as defense sector is concerned in the aerospace. So most of the aircraft, if you talk about upgradation, yeah, transfer of technology, it is also done with the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and it has been manufacturing the aircraft of not only Tejas or but also many other aircrafts with the transfer of technology. Now we will also learn about DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization, because we are talking about defense. It was established in 1958, and it has around 52 laboratories spread across India. The current chairman is Samir V. Kamath. The motto and objective of establishment of DRDO was to promote the indigenization of Indian defense equipment. It has a mixed response. Uh, uh, in certain areas, it has excelled. Like if you talk about development of missiles like Prithvi, Agni, so it has done a pretty good job. But still, recently we know that India is the largest importer of defense equipment. So we can say that it hasn't achieved a result as it was desired. Still, India is importing defense equipment, especially the high end, like technology related to aircraft carrier or fighter jet. Even in the Tejas, many things with many important things such as engines we haven't developed yet. Like Kaveri engine was being developed to use in the Tejas aircraft, but it couldn't succeed. So still we import engines for our Tejas aircraft. So these are the things which we need to focus on, because engines are very much important. Otherwise, we can hardly say that it is an indigenous craft. Now, before wrapping up, we will also move to a topic that is Bharat Shakti. It was recently held in Rajasthan, near the site where crash has happened. It is a tri-service exercise happened in Pokhran range, and only the indigenously developed military equipment were used in this. So these are the some important points here, and the objective of this exercise was to promote the concept of self-reliance. So these are some important facts about Bharat Shakti exercise, and thank you.